Damon, talk a little bit about this process, what it was like, and was today a sense of relief, or was it, what's the thought process?
I would say it was a sense of relief. These past 3 years has been a lot. Talking to all these coaches and just reporters and everything combined, and also playing football and having school, it's been a lot. But these past couple of days, it's been a relief knowing that's going to be coming to an end. And now it's time for the next chapter of my life, which is going to be college football and the University of Georgia.
Now you could have went anywhere in the country. You had the Ohio State, you had Georgia, the champions, and you also had Alabama. Why Georgia? Why the Bulldogs? And why UGA?
First, I just want to say all those other programs were great programs. I mean, the Ohio State University, but I mean, even Alabama, they're both great programs, but Georgia was the one that stuck out for me. I think the main reason was just the brotherhood that I found with the players going in the recruiting class, and then Coach Deribe and Coach Smart were just really personable people. I mean, down to earth. I felt like we were family before I even really knew them for real. So, I mean, that was one of the main reasons for me, just family and relationships at the end of the day.
What's today been like for you personally to go through this process? Is it surreal? Like, what's it like to actually go through it early signing day?
The biggest moment was the second I put the hat on. That was my relief, knowing that it's done, and that it was just a good feeling to have. I mean, with my family and friends here, that was a really great feeling to have.
In a moment like this, when you have that type of, decision to make, who do you talk to before you make such an important decision in your life?
My parents as well. My parents, but I also talk to my friends, just be able to bounce things off of them. I mean, sometimes you can't say everything you want to say to your parents, so I think some of my closest friends were the ones that helped me a lot through the way, and also my coaches as well. I mean, they helped me a lot through this process.
So the brotherhood that existed here in Venice, we saw what happened in the championship. How do you respond to these young men and let them know, listen, just because we didn't achieve our goal here doesn't mean you can't achieve your goal at the next level?
I feel like the goal, what did you say?
So you didn't win the championship. You're 3-1.
Yeah.
So, but you are moving on, but you're leaving a brotherhood that you have collectively had over the last 4 years. What's your message to them?
To them, just keep grinding. I mean, I feel like I did a good job of showing them how to be able just to work. I mean, over these past 4 years here, I just put in work, and I just hope I was able to show them what it means to be a true Indian and just be able to put your nose down and just get to where you want to be and accomplish your goals.
When did you make your decision?
When they did the house visit, and I feel like that was when I made my decision. Really learned how I would fit in the scheme. Coach Jones was there, and he kind of broke it down to me. He kind of spoon-fed it to me to help me understand what I would be doing as my role.
How did you make the decision? Did you have like a pros and cons list?
My dad actually made a 8-question list on pros and cons and rating it and scaling it. So we've been doing this for a minute now. That was a while back, but it was really what was in my heart and what really.
So it's like a point system?
Yeah, yes.
How many points did Georgia get?
Too many.
Awesome.
How close were the other ones? How close were the other schools?
I mean, it was an everyday flip. I thought I was going to go to Ohio State for the longest until they did the home visit, and then I was able to see how I fit in the scheme, and I really like that. I mean, they're going to be probably competing for a national championship, so I also like that. And I just see that they're progressing the right way, and I like that.
Were you always going to take it down to today and pick a hat, or was there a moment when you wanted to kind of commit early?
I don't think I had a true plan for my recruitment process. Kind of just winged it. I feel like I do a little bit differently. Not as social media based, just kind of, I'm not really a talkative person, so I feel like it just kind of happened gradually like this. I didn't really plan for it to be like this. I think the main reason is because I was graduating early. This will be my last week, so this is one of the reasons why.
When you get there?
I leave for my All-American game January 2nd, and then the game's on the 7th, and then I'll be there on probably 8th or 9th. Yeah.
How much did name, image, and likeness play into your decision?
Not much. I wouldn't say any, because at the end of the day, the main goal is go to the NFL. So whatever team's going to get you where you want to go, because the money you touch in the NFL is not even close to what you could touch in college. So I mean, that's not a real big factor to me.
All right. So you're people about NIL?
I have, but that hasn't been a big deal too much.
So you're walking into a situation where you might be walking into a national championship team. So there's going to be an extended a lot of pressure, not just on the team, but on you yourself. What are some of the attributes you bring to Georgia?
I think I just bring my competitiveness, my mindset, and just the athletic ability that I have, my arm length, my speed, and just my football IQ. and just being able to learn the game. I feel that's one of my biggest skills.
All right, so what are the intangibles, though? 'Cause there's got to be that it factor. There's got to be that clutch thing. So what are the intangibles that Damon Wilson brings to Georgia?
I would say probably my first step. When I come off the edge of the ball and use my speed, I feel that's one of the hardest things to stop me. I mean, that's just one of my big things I have.
Damon, you played big-time high school football in the state of Florida. You look at Florida and Texas, so you're ready for the SEC. Talk about just the foundation you have as you walk into the defending national champion.
Coming from Venice and coming from a program that makes you work hard, I think it'll be a transition, but it won't be that hard of a transition coming from just a place that is just known to make you work. I mean, Venice has prepared me to be able to play at a high college level. So yeah.
How many visits did you take into where?
I took not more than probably 10.
10, okay.
Sophomore year, I took 1 to Florida State. I took 2 to Miami. I took 3 to Ohio State, 3 to Georgia, and then 2 to Bama.
Wow, okay.
When was the home visit in Georgia?
About 2 weeks ago, on a Friday.
And Ohio State had no home visit as well.
Thursday, back-to-back days. My teachers over the years, I mean, they influenced me a lot. Just able to just give me little tips and tricks. Just help me stay focused. Because I mean, that was the main goal. You got to be able to graduate high school. So I feel like they just did a good job of just keeping me focused over these past couple of years. Anytime I wavered, they brought me back, realigned me in focus. Because it's a lot of times it's football, but when you come into school, it needs to be about class. So I mean, a lot of my teachers did a great job of doing that.
When you look back on this recruiting process, what do you think is like the craziest thing you'll remember?
First day, I had 130 text messages at 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock at night. So that was probably crazy.
You think it crazier than that?
Nah.
What do you think when you got the text messages?
I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm back to sleep. It's 12 o'clock. I'm 15. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Parents, your coaches, your friends, they've all prepared you for this moment. Give them a lasting message.
Thank you. I mean, everybody in this room has supported me, helped me through this. I mean, small, big, doesn't really matter. As long as they support me, that's all that counts. I mean, it just means so much to just be able to take their time out of their life and just help me get to where I want to be in my goals. That just means a lot.
All right, so here's a personal question. You got to give me an answer. You can't say any teams. I know there's 32 teams in the NFL. You're playing for a top seed SEC team. Which team do you want to go play for in the NFL and why?
Go play with the Bills for Von Miller. He was the main reason why I played defensive end. He was the main reason why I played. Just watching his highlights and his 152 sack highlight reel, that was the reason why I wanted to play. And to see him play at the Bills now, I just want to learn from him and just be able to get knowledge from him. And I think that's the main reason I want to play for the Bills.
Obviously, a lot of people helped you get here, but how big of a role did your dad play?
The biggest role. He's still working now. I mean, he does a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't see and do. But I think one of the main was just the mindset that he helped me create when I was young, training. I mean, all of that, and him just being my dad as well, and just always supporting me, knowing he has my back at the end of the day.
Did he miss any practices of yours? It seemed like he's always there.
Besides the 1 week off, we had to go to states. I don't think he's ever missed any of my practices in my life. So he's been in everything.
Where else would you play if you weren't playing defensive end?
Wide receiver.
Ooh.
I don't know. Get skinny about 180. Yeah.
You got a few reps there.
All-American game. Will it be in Florida or Texas?
It'll be in San Antonio, Texas, on the 7th.
Army. Are you going to campus in January or in June?
January. I'll be on campus January 9th.
So what would you like to see between now and the spring game?
Honestly, I haven't been thinking about too much of the spring game just because the first thing I gotta do is get on campus and start my classes, so I feel like I just gotta get accustomed to college lifestyle and just being able to figure out how to get through it. So,
any idea what you're gonna major in?
Coach Dombrowski said communication, but I don't know. I got 2 years.
Okay.
I feel like some of my main interest is real estate, but you don't really need to go to college for that kind of stuff. But I feel like once I get on campus, figure it out, see different options, because I don't really know all the options. There's so many at college, so just be able to take my time. And once I get on campus, because everything first 2 years is general education, so
Right.
it don't really matter right now.
To play at Georgia, where some of the greats have played, to be a part of that legacy. You're walking into it, and their championship is fresh, and you've been able to win here. Talk a little bit about going in there and being a part of that.
Well, I think my main thing is I like winning, and I like competing for the highest level of championship, which is for us in high school a state championship, and for them it's the national championship. So I just like winning. So at the end of the day, being able to see a team that's winning consistently, I mean, for me, that's what I want to do. And it just gives you more time and more opportunity to be looked at on camera, because that's when no one else is playing and all the eyes are on you.
Damon, best of luck, my brother.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.